In this video, we're going to talk about how you can take your LatencyPro software and device for a test run using just a single monitor. Now, in other videos, we've talked about plugging in your LatencyPro device, as we've already done here, and how to mount the sensor on your screen. And we also have a video on where to get the software. In other words, the website as is shown right here, where you can go and download the software from that website. So we begin this training video with all these things already started, and I'm going to launch the software. I'm going to comment about a few things here. First of all, we have a window that just happened to pop up that says LatencyPro Message Center. And what this is for, in fact, the message says, a new training video for measuring AV smoothness with the Plus Pack is available. Click the following URL to go to the documentation section of the website. So clicking that will bring up this documentation section, and then there's a section how-to videos underneath the sensors here right now. Move those. You can see there's a bunch of how-to videos. Okay, so that's what that message is about. And this checkbox says, I've read this message, don't show it again. So once I close that, this message will not show again. Now, if I post new important information in the message center, it will come up with that new message for you. Okay? If you want to see this message again, you can click uncheck. You can uncheck this, and when you click close, the message will show up again the next time you launch. And this only works when you're connected to the internet, as the check for software update also does, or requires an internet connection. So I'm going to close this and tell it I've read it, don't show it again. Alright, so now we talked about this a little bit before, but the key for this test here is to use this test mode right here. So when I go into test mode, what it's going to do is it's going to simulate what you might have on two different displays. And so we'll put this here, and even though I have these sensors mounted onto one display together with a single gear tie, you could envision this gray one on the right being on a remote display and the black one being on the local. So in this case, this is going to transition from black to white at different times, and that will simulate a latency. So I'm going to go ahead and just get that started here. And as we also mentioned before, when you're running this for the first time, it's going to be popping up windows here in the default position for new windows. Okay, so I'm just going to stop this. I'm going to rearrange these a little bit and tile them, and then we'll start the test again. So first of all, I'm going to point out there's two different clips here that you can use. One says long period and one says short period, and we're on the long period right now. And for the long period, the simulated latency should be about 1 second or 1,000 milliseconds. So right now it's going through the calibration. It finished that, and it should start displaying latency. And here we have the average latency is 999.18. Okay, so obviously that's very close to 1 second. And then the AV synchronization is reading -40, so that would that would mean that the audio is lagging the video by 38 now milliseconds, which is virtually undetectable. So now I'm going to stop this, and I'm going to go with the short period. Now with the short period, the simulated latency should be about 130 something. So I'm going to go ahead and just start that now, and you'll see that these things will flash more rapidly. Okay, and here we can see the latency, 131, 133, and the AV synchronization again is still around close to minus 40, minus 36, 37. Alright, so this is kind of a sanity check for the unit when you just get it. These transitions are timed on the video, and so if you get something close to what it should be, or the known values, then you know that your LatencyPro is working well. So I'm going to just stop this now, and that concludes this video.